As a busy adult, if you're like me, you most likely want the biggest bang for your buck. After all, if you're going to invest time and effort, why not optimize the time you have? Or at a minimum, prioritize areas you want to be stronger at, whether they be weaknesses or strengths. Of course, if you have the time and are willing to invest the effort, my recommendation is to follow the entire process since it prepares you for most anything. Fortunately, a self-assessment is a relatively easy thing to do. Put on your interview clothes, turn on a video or voice recorder, sit down at the kitchen counter, and ask your 8-year-old to channel her best Cruella de Vil, asking you questions you haven't prepared for. Remember, this is an as-is assessment, so no cheating. Tell me about yourself is always a great question to kick off an assessment. Questions about strengths, weaknesses, your resume, accomplishments, disappointments, and hobbies all work well. Most importantly, every question should include asking for examples, that is, plural, along with occasional follow-up questions. Unless you're a regular on The Real Husbands of Little Rock, it's been my experience most people don't enjoy watching themselves on video when they have to perform at a professional standard. Sure, a YouTube video of you and the family is great, but watching yourself stumble over answers while getting grilled by your daughter can be pretty uncomfortable, although I suspect she might be giggling a bit. Watching a video of you playing Frisbee with your Labradoodle is one thing. Scrutinizing your ability to win a job is something completely different. With pen and paper in hand, watch your video, beginning to end, focusing on your delivery. What do you observe? What's your presence? What's your level of professionalism? Are you smooth or do you stumble? Are you animated or do your gestures resemble a tree sloth? Are you as comfortable as James Bond in a casino or a husband shopping for shoes and handbags? Do you easily recall examples and demonstrate their relevance? Finally, the two most important questions to ask are, have you represented yourself in the best possible light, and would you hire this person? After you get the general vibe of the video, watch it again for substance, this time pausing and rewinding with each response. Like a frog in high school, this is the dissection part. Listen for content selection, example choice, and ease of recall. Are these your best examples or might you have better? Did your experiences include context and appropriate interpretation? Assuming you got through this exercise unscathed and are still interested in getting better, it's time to make some choices about, well, time. Time is the denominator of how much you invest. The reality is that if you have an interview tomorrow, your choices are much more limited than if it's next week or, in an ideal world, not even scheduled yet. If it's tomorrow, focus on where you believe you'll get the greatest benefit based upon your assessment. But if you're early in the process, then take the time to go through all of the preparation exercises. After all, if you've got the time, why not? The worst thing that can happen is you improve upon everything, or even if you have no room for improvement, it'll be a great confidence builder since you'll confirm that you're already perfect. As you reassess yourself later in the process, a very helpful and equally entertaining exercise that also reinforces the value of preparation is to compare a current assessment to your original. I guarantee you'll see significant difference, that is, unless you're perfect. I'm a big fan of actually scheduling time for yourself, literally writing down a prioritized list of to-dos, then scheduling Tuesday and Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. and Saturday, 8 to 11 a.m. Each time you sit down, review your list, reprioritize based upon your own progress, and have at it.